Hey, welcome back. This is Still Whiskey, and I'm Vince.
I'm Rich.
I'm Devin.
And today we're cracking open the Cellar Aged 2023. It's gonna be so
From
good.
Makers.
From
Some
Makers.
old whiskey. Old.
Very old.
Is
Probably
it?
good.
Almost as old as Devin.
Oh, shots fired. Maker's Mark on Still Whiskey, Cellar Aged. It's a good looking bottle too. Look at it, look at it. It's got
nice.
this, I
Some
want it
might
on my
say
shelf.
it's one of the sexiest bottles in
No,
2023.
come on.
Some might say it.
Come on, over Michter's 10? Come
Maybe.
on.
Maybe.
Welcome back. Good to have you. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe. Because why?
We're having a good time.
We're having a good time.
Yeah.
You don't
Join
want to
us.
miss this content. One dram thing after another.
Do you think it's going to be a
Here
real
on-
cork or a fake cork?
Fake.
Oh, please don't be fake.
It's gonna be
Or
fake.
a screw top?
If it's a screw top, dude, don't. Cork.
Hey!
And it's real.
Hey!
Hey,
Well done, Maker.
First of all, makers,
Good job.
you've excelled.
Yes.
It's
Good
sad
job.
that is your starting point, but we were desperately disappointed with, what was it, the Maker's 46 cask?
46 cast.
Strength
Yeah.
that had we were sitting
top.
pulling on
Yeah.
it, right? And we're like, If you haven't seen that episode, go check it out. Why? Because we love you and you don't want to miss out.
Yeah.
This, I don't know if you guys know this, is Did you just
That just
splurt?
had that was
What just did it just barf into your glass?
I mean, it's this weird look. It's kind of a little cut to it. It's like,
Yeah.
If you didn't catch that in the audio, that's gonna make no sense to you at all. But anyway, we're having a good time. So anyway, I don't know if you guys know this. This is literally Maker's oldest product ever released.
Right.
Oldest whiskey. What did you say? It's
11 and 12?
or was
right
it 12
here.
or 13?
13% at 11 years and 87% at 12 years. So technically it's going to be an 11-year-old whiskey, but the majority of it's going to be 12-year.
But they've not released this. Why? Here's the thing about Makers. Makers have refined a process
Put it on your.
with
It's spilled.
the Rick House, even with the 46 and the French Oak stick, like where they turn the barrels, everything is profoundly consistent, and they've dialed in the time and all the things. But for this, they went old. They went
Yep.
cellar. They went basement bunker, right?
Basement bunker.
So proof-wise, we're sitting at 115 proof, which is that,
0.7.
is that higher than the 46 cask? Yeah, 46 cask is 110.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Oldest and highest proof.
Almost 116. Almost 115.7.
I will say this. So on the Maker's Mark 46 cask, they went back to the standard Maker's bottle with a different label.
Yeah.
For me, this is the sexiest bottle that Makers has
Yeah.
ever produced.
I agree.
Plus the super slimline label. I think it's cool.
Some
I
call
just
it
think
the
it's cool.
sexiest
And the
bottle of
46
2023.
cask is French staves, just like the
Yeah,
wood
yeah.
finishing
Yeah,
series,
yeah.
which I don't think
No.
that's what this one is.
No, I think this is regular Maker's Mark,
Yeah.
just aged longer.
Which, do you like the regular Maker's Mark more than the French staves? I thought you like the French staves
I like
more,
the French
right?
staves. I like Maker's 46 better than Maker's.
Yeah. Yep.
But I love Maker's 46 cask.
Yeah.
Because I like
Which
the
is
higher proof.
French staves higher proof.
One thing I'll say is, so I'm not inherently drawn to weeder whiskeys. This is a weeded whiskey, but I do love the creaminess that kind of comes with
Ooh.
that. And at a higher proof, I think it works for me.
That doesn't drink hot, I don't think.
What is the proof? 115.
115.7.
Holy moly!
At the
MSRP?
back?
What?
150.
150. Okay.
I like it.
So do I.
How did we come into this bottle?
I like it. No.
Did you just pick it up here?
Yeah. So Utah, they were dropping this. These come in cases of 3.
Oh.
And so each store gets usually a case. And
You and I waited. You and I waited.
nope, not this time.
Yes.
This is a different
This?
time.
Well, we waited for this and didn't get it.
No, I knew I wasn't getting that one.
Oh,
Let me
that's
finish
right,
my
that's
story. So,
Okay, Devin.
saw it was dropping. We knew it was going to a certain store, and I had a work meeting that overran.
Right.
And so I didn't get there until 9 minutes before store opening, which at that point, especially with 3 bottles, there's
You're
probably going to be people there waiting already.
Yeah.
I get there, I'm driving up towards it, and I see like there's maybe 1 or 2 people standing in line. I'm like, no.
Oh, this was the Harriman drop. Yeah.
So I
You
get
told me about
there, and I'm third in line. And I'm like, I'm getting a bottle.
Well done, Devin.
And these are in drops of 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and so it's dropped a few others, and so we tried the one we were going to go to, but we were
Too late.
I was
You were
5th in that
fifth.
spot, and so, yeah, no, super happy that we got it because it's one of those ones that, you know, everyone was looking for, and it tastes good. So
I'm gonna say
why.
this is what I was hoping it was gonna be,
Okay.
meaning it tastes like what it's what I'm gonna expect from a maker's, but it's just really good.
I'll be honest, I don't know the last time I actually had just regular makers.
I don't even know if I have regular makers.
I've been drinking the
I don't like it.
I've been drinking the Utah Holiday batch.
But that's a French
That's a
staged
finished,
one.
yeah.
That's a
Sure.
so it's where that's completely different from their standard weeded.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't drink the normal stuff.
Yeah.
That's my point. I'm like,
I don't think any of us have in a
I
bit.
don't
Yeah.
drink it.
But yeah.
But it's that creamy.
The creaminess really softens
But then the oak is there too. It's actually quite a surprise how much oak is
It
there.
is a lot of oak. So I was thinking I'm gonna be a naysayer here. They're gonna love this, and I'm like, holy oak, Batman. That's a lot of.
But it's not drying,
No,
right? Like usually
no.
you get a lot of the older oak that you
True.
taste, it's more drying.
And I would say that there's a red fruit that comes through, but the oak is pretty prominent to me at least. What do you guys think? I do love the proof. I'll say that for sure. I love the proof on this, but
I like it.
you do?
Yeah,
Interesting.
I like it.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad at all. I really like the proof and so on. I'm just surprised
I like
by
how thick it is.
how
I like
yeah.
I like the viscosity. I like how it is. It coats that proof really well.
No, for sure.
yeah.
But
There's one that would be interesting to compare this to. It's the Maker's 101, right? That's their normal Maker's at 101 proof.
yeah. Okay.
Which I've had that. I remember having that before.
Yeah, we had that with the
And
front end. Yeah.
I thought it was actually pretty good because it was the higher proof, but it would be interesting because only thing we have compared to is the other line that isn't what this is kind of coming out of. But this by itself, of Makers, I do like the higher proof. The higher proof I think is great. It brings in more complexity than you get with the regular
That is
Makers.
True. That is true.
You get the age with the oakiness. So if you like oak, if you like that kind of what that brings, then it's definitely that. And it's just a limited release that, you know, I mean, everyone wants to have.
So, okay, so at home we used to have like a
At home in Canada.
Oh,
This
okay.
is your Canadian.
France.
still
France.
not from Canada. Thanks for watching. You're fired. So. So at home in Ireland, thank you,
Yeah.
we would do crumbles, like rhubarb crumble, peach crumble, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
This reminds me of a peach crumble,
Sure.
Is that what we called cobbler?
I think so.
Okay.
where it's like all that stuff on the top.
It's
Yes.
peach pie with the crumbles
All
on
the
top.
stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not a like an apple tart.
It's
type
like
deal.
a peach pie without the edge of the pie,
Yes.
just the top.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a cobbler.
So
Yeah.
what did I say?
Here in America.
Crumble.
Crumble, right. So anyway, back to me. That's what this reminds me of. Creaminess. It's got a little bit of the vanilla from that topping. It's got the apricot kind of underneath that
Yeah.
kind of
I taste that
Um,
oak, but it's not overwhelmingly oak to me.
You don't think so?
No. No.
I gotta get into it a bit more. You guys go ahead.
There's something on the back end. Like I only get it when it's like kind of breathe in, and you get a little bit. It's like a caramel, but I don't know. It's just a little bit different.
You know what's funny is I actually like this the more I drink it.
Yeah. Yeah.
My first
I'm
sip,
sad
I
that
was
mine is
like,
done.
oak just punched me in the face. All of a sudden, now that I'm drinking more of it and sipping this more, I'm getting different notes. I'm getting a little bit more complexity,
Yeah.
certainly than I was getting at the start.
Yep.
Yeah.
But again, it's only 11, 12 years, so why would you? I mean, we've had an 11, 12-year whiskey that's not been super oaky, but you're getting a lot more
Yeah.
complexity the more you sit and let this percolate.
I would like to come back to this after it's opened up
Oh
for a minute.
gosh, yeah,
I bet it would taste
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I like that.
Yeah. No, I think it's
And
great.
I think it's just gonna get better.
Yeah. You know, at the 150 price point of MSRP, which I know probably others, if you're getting this bottle, you may be spending $300 to $400.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's a great yearly release for Maker's Mark to come out with.
Are they making this annually?
I think that's the plan.
This is just the first year's one?
I don't know why else they would put out the year on it if they weren't going to think of it.
I didn't know that.
Right.
I did not know that. Yeah,
So,
you're right.
Because
This
I
is
mean, we know that
2023
they
release.
finished the wood finishing series stuff, right? And so I'm wondering if this is kind of where they're going next, which will be interesting to see. Maybe we get some older years.
Oh, so you're saying maybe they're doing this instead of the wood finishing kind of license plate whiskey.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, because a lot of different
Okay.
different distilleries got into the woods and the French oak staves game, like you know.
Sure.
And so I'm wondering if this is just them going back to their roots of makers, like this is what we are, and then now it's an older, more refined version of it, higher proof.
Okay.
Because they don't have barrel proofs, right? Like this, this is basically the barrel proof of theirs.
Right, and it's 115.
Yeah.
What grade would you give it though?
I'm probably sitting like at a B plus.
Oh, interesting.
Like
okay.
it was good. Like I enjoyed a lot of it. I enjoyed the flavors. I came into it with pretty even expectations, not to be like I was way up here, down here.
Yep.
And so I think a B plus is a good fit for, you know, what I wanted. And we can't compare it to the French oak staves one.
I'm a solid B plus. Also,
It's a different profile.
I totally know. And I still think it should have a cork.
You're starting to pull.
I was still also starting to pull.
hey, I'm for having another pour. Oh, okay.
I'm not.
Rich is
What's
a
your
lot.
grade?
Oh,
A B plus.
Your B plus? Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what I said? B plus?
Yes.
Now, this was not part of the plan. I know that it's an apple and orangutan situation. They're different.
I mean, I like this, but compared, this is not nearly as good.
Haha. Okay. All right.
You disagree?
Okay, so you give your grade, which was a sorry,
B plus.
B plus.
B plus.
Okay, I'm at a C minus. But
What is wrong with you?
Wait.
He doesn't like regular makers. And that's
Let
what
me
this is.
caveat that. I don't like regular makers.
Yeah, this is
not-
what he likes.
This I really like.
He likes the basic B style bottle and the drink and
But what I'm saying, wait a minute. So what I'm saying is, I don't typically like regular makers. This is an accentuated and better, much better version of regular makers. And I do, here's what I'll say. I'll caveat my grade, we'll go C. I'll caveat my grade with this. I think we should come back to this in about 6 months, let it open up, see what happens, maybe drink a little bit more in the meantime, and come back to this and see if your grade changes.
Yeah.
Why? Because even in my first tasting of this,
Yeah.
it got better.
I agree.
It got better and better as I got into the flavor profile. I still think that I like the cask strength.
so I'll say
46
this
better.
first hit on the tongue, it does feel like tastes better, then it just goes flat and there's nothing behind it. Compared to the complexity that you get with this. That's what I'll say. It hits like it feels it's that niceness, but then it just kind of it's
So take my grade with a pinch of salt.
it's a $46 bottle.
Yeah, I like this.
Is it?
Yeah.
For the cask?
This is way better. This is way better.
I mean, it might be like 55. I don't know.
That's way better. Not even anything.
Anyway, let us know
This
in
is
the
still whiskey.
comments. Let us know if you agree, disagree. Who's right? Who's wrong?
Not him.
Not him.
But hey,
Either
we
way,
love you.
Either
We
way,
love you.
it's still whiskey.
It's still whiskey.
It's still whiskey.
We love you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Right now. Do it right now. Click
Do
it.
it.
Click
We'll
it.
see ya.
Do it
now.
Do it.
Okay, bye.